What's going on, guys? Crypto Poppy here. Let's get it.
Y ya no sabes lo que pasa. El primer verso, papi. Yeah.
What up, homies and homegirls? What's happening? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you. First of all, before we get going, this is going to be all about NBA Top Shots. But before I do get going, I want to thank every single one of you for your support. We got to 105 subscribers today. We were at 98 yesterday. So thank you for those that subscribed. Listen, that 100, man, that 100 was like resistance. That was like the 60K resistance we've been dealing with on Bitcoin. So some serious resistance. We finally got over it. We're at 105. Are we gonna moon? Are we gonna moon to 1,000 subscribers? Come on, let's do it. Anyway, thank you all for your support. I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. Please continue to click that like, click that subscribe, turn on your bell notifications because I'm doing one, sometimes two videos a day. Today I'm going to bring two videos to you. One dedicated to NBA Top Shot, which is this video. The next video that you're going to see me release today is all about Bitcoin because, man, Bitcoin is on the verge of breaking another all-time high, which is exciting. So I got to talk about both of my favorite things in the damn world right now other than my wife and my kids. Anyway, all right. So thank you for your support. Listen, it's been an interesting day in NBA Top Shot land, right? So I'm sure some of you felt the pain of the on and off of the marketplace, up and down, and you make a bid, and next thing you know, it fails because the marketplace is down. And you know what? That's what we deal with. That's what we deal with when we're dealing with a product that's in beta, that's in the early stages. But listen, I promise you, if I only wrote down the names of the people and how many times 4 years ago people told me, are you crazy? You're going to invest in Bitcoin? I tried to invest in Bitcoin. It's impossible to buy it. I don't even know. It's confusing. I don't trust it. I don't know what's happening. This address is too confusing. I'm supposed to order a hardware wallet. Bitcoin is going nowhere until I can basically transact with Bitcoin using my own credit card. Well, ladies and gentlemen, those people that didn't actually put the effort in 4 years ago are now regretting it and are now all buying at these prices. So this is the way I'm approaching NBA Top Shot. I know it's painful. God, it sucks, man. You know it sucks when you see a price for a player that you really want to buy and you can't buy because the marketplace is down or you're timed out by the timer that they have. But all that tells me, guys, we're early. We're early. And the people that put in the work now are the people that are going to benefit 4 years from now. So I get it. It's frustrating, but just think of that, right? Think of that. Now, I'm not saying NBA Top Shots can't go to zero. Sure, it can happen, but I'm telling you that the money that I put in, I'm willing to lose and I'm willing to take a chance on, just like I did 4 years ago. And I'm gonna keep going with my strategy until someday it fails me, right? Okay, so this episode, I am gonna update you on the market because some very interesting things have happened in the market today. But I want to talk to you first. I want to spend, I don't know, 7, which will probably turn into 20. I'll try not to make it too long. Um, Minutes talking about strategy and what strategy am I going to implement in NBA Top Shot. Okay, so to describe that strategy, I need to first help you understand what my crypto strategy has been because to me, they're one and the same. And so, there is two philosophies here, right? You can look at NBA Top Shot as a collectible market. It's where people go to buy, in this case, moments that have sentimental value. Maybe they're attached to it because it's their favorite player, their favorite city, whatever it is. You can look at it from that perspective that the people that are coming into this market are people that are involved in collectibles. You can also look at it in the sense that the people that are coming to this market are coming here because they see an opportunity to invest long term. And they see something that could be really, really big and the beginning of something that in 5, 10 years could be life changing for them financially from an investment perspective. And then you also got the day traders, right? For sure, guys, there's a ton of volatility in this market. And I can tell you 100% right now, there are many, many day traders in this environment. All you got to do is look at the market and see how it's behaving to know that there are lots of people that are coming in with the expectation to make a quick buck. And That's never my deal. Okay, so if that's your deal, absolutely, guys. There's lots of YouTube channels out there that will day trade anything, anything. They'll probably day trade paper, rock, scissors, right? Um, that's not me. I'm here for a short, mid-term, long-term investment. But if I lose in the short term, I'm not concerned. At the end of the day, my everything I put in is essentially for me. It's always a 5 year plan, 5 year, and in the world of technology and the day of cryptocurrencies, 5 years is a lifetime. And guys, this market hasn't been open for very long, and I bet you that those that have been here since January, those that have been here since September, October, feel like it's been 5 years. So things change really quickly. So everything I put in, you gotta understand that I'm willing to lose, and I'm willing to watch it go to zero. And I don't believe it'll go to zero. I wouldn't put my money in anything that I think is going to zero. But I do believe that the investment that I'm making now could easily go down 50, 60, 70, 80, 90% of its value, just like my crypto went down 90%. Okay, so if you don't have that mentality, I don't know that you want to be messing with this market. Unless you've got a really good strategy for day trading this market and you feel like you figured it out, then that's on you, right? Okay, so here's how I'm going to look at this. So my goal for the last 4 years investing in crypto, and yes, it relates, is pick what your base currency is. In crypto, my base currency is Bitcoin. That's the only thing that matters to me is how much Bitcoin do I have in my wallets? Why? Because I don't believe in the US dollar. I don't believe in fiat currencies. I don't believe they're the way of the future. I believe they're being disrupted by cryptocurrencies. And so I don't really care right now how much my Bitcoin is compared to the US dollar. It's irrelevant to me. What I care about is how much Bitcoin do I have, because I believe that that Bitcoin will really have some significant returns in the future. And that, guys, that mentality has helped me more than you would ever know. When you watch your portfolio go down 90% against fiat currencies, if your mentality is, well, my base currency is fiat currencies, then the first thing you're going to do when it dips is you're going to panic sell. And the chances of you selling the bottom and having bought the top is very likely, because you're dealing with volatile markets where things go up and down. And I don't care what expert tells you they can trade and they have a magic ball. At the end of the day, guys, it's impossible to time the top and the bottom. So you have to just imagine that when you get in, there's a high likelihood that things are going to go down. As you guys all know, I buy the dip, and I've been buying the dip in this NBA Top Shot market for a week, and it's done nothing but continue to go down as I continued to buy the dip. Now, how does this all relate to NBA Top Shot? So I have made a decision that for me, my base currency in NBA Top Shot is going to be LeBron James, Series 1 players, Series 2 limited edition players, players that obviously are popular, helps, teams that are popular helps, but I'm not interested in players that are common, that have 35,000 minted moments in the marketplace and they're not limited, and therefore, NBA Top Shot is to decide to print another 35,000 of those. That to me, guys, that's fiat currency. So I don't believe in putting your investment into something that can just be printed to the ground. And so my base currency from this moment on is, how many LeBron James do I have? How many Series 1s do I have? How many Series 2 limited editions do I have? How many Zions do I have? How many Kawhis do I have? Right? And that's my base currency, okay? Now, how do I focus on acquiring more and more of my base currency? How do I let's just use LeBron as an example, because guys, look, LeBron is just about the only player in NBA Top Shot that is literally a living legend that could easily go down as the greatest player of all time. And no, I'm not a LeBron moonboy, guys. I don't even like the guy. I love Michael Jordan, so I don't know why, but he's a bit polarizing compared to Michael Jordan. They don't even compare to me as not just players, but even just off the court. I don't know, man. I don't get along with LeBron. I don't know what it is about him. He drives me nuts. He drives me bonkers. So who cares? At the end of the day, I judge how I'm doing based on how many LeBrons do I own, Because at the end of the day, I am convinced that LeBron is the baseline for the future. It's basically determines where the market is at, whether the market's going up or down, and that's just the way I look at things. Another one that I look at is Series 1 players. So the floor of Series 1's players gives you a good indication whether the market's going up or down. Now, some of you are going to disagree with me. I know a lot of people in Discord are talking about how, Series 1, like if you look at this from a collector angle, then there are many Series 1 baseball cards, basketball cards that are worth nothing and nobody cares about yet. Maybe a rookie card of a guy 3 years later is worth way more. And that's probably true. But guys, I see this differently. And the reason why is because this is now, to me, closer to a crypto trading environment than it is paper card trading. Why? Because, first of all, you can directly trade the asset on the marketplace. Click a button, buy, click a button, sell. There are charts, there's data, there's analysis, there is, again, immediate trading back and forth, the satisfaction of being able to day trade something, buy something now, and 10 minutes, turn around and sell it for more money. You cannot do that with paper. Unless you're in your schoolyard and you catch someone at recess time and you buy a card and you sell it for more. But it doesn't. As soon as you introduce this level of trading, you what do? You invite bots. Like, what's NBA Top Shot dealing with? Bots right now. And so I have to believe that in the end, yes, there are going to be some collectors that are here for the long term hodl and the investment, but more importantly, buying players that they like. Just simply because they like them, not necessarily because they're going to go up in value. But I believe this market is going to be dominated by traders. It's going to be dominated by day traders, hodlers, long-term traders, bots, technical analysis. Wait till we get the charts that we have wait till we can actually look in TradingView and pull up Tyler Hero, who's on my screen, and look at his historical prices. Guys, when that happens, the market, it doesn't matter what you're actually trading. All that matters is that there's an asset that can be traded. And we're going to get bots and indicators and the whole shebang. Everything that we have in the crypto world in terms of trading Bitcoin and ETH and all that stuff, we are going to have here. And things are moving fast. I feel like I see a new tool every day for trading an NBA Top Shot. So I have to believe, and I'm going with that belief, and I'm going to invest and trade based on the belief that this market is a trading market, is a trader's market, not necessarily a collectible market. And the collectibles will be in and awesome, and if they make money, amazing too. But I'm not going to buy a player solely based on I like the player. In fact, one of my favorite players is Siakam. I don't think I've bought Siakam yet, and I love Siakam. I just love him. A bit rough in the playoffs last year. We can argue all day long, but it doesn't matter. He's like, okay, I have a personal connection with Siakam. I still haven't bought him. Why? Because I'm not convinced that he's going to have a great year and he's going to make me money. That's all that I care about, right? And I think 90% of the people that are going to be on this platform want to make money from what they buy. Okay, so sorry for that rant, but you need to understand that before I explain to you, then how do I execute on my strategy? Okay, so just like with Bitcoin, when my goal is to acquire more Bitcoin, there's two ways I can acquire Bitcoin. I can actually, in this case, Bitcoin is king. And who's the other king? LeBron James. So let's talk LeBron, right? How do I acquire more LeBrons? There's two ways to do it. I mean, two ways that I use in my strategy. I'm sure there's many other ways of acquiring LeBrons. I mean, you could steal it from someone, if you convince them to give your identity. Point being is, let me explain this through Bitcoin. So I can essentially, when I see the price of Bitcoin dropping, I can get net new money that I'm willing to invest, and I can buy what I feel is cheaper Bitcoin. LeBron James drops, I can buy a LeBron James because I feel like his value has dropped, and his value has dropped today quite a bit, actually. And that's one way. But eventually, right, we're not all rich. We don't all have liquidity. Liquidity is tied up in different investments. And eventually, you can't just keep buying the dip forever, right? Like, I am actually at the point now with NBA Top Shot where I'm done with investing. Unless Bitcoin goes to the moon, which I think it will. Watch my next video. And I make a crazy amount of money in Bitcoin again. And I feel like that's going to dip. Then I'll diversify some more, and I'll buy, especially if this market's dipping, I'll diversify some more and I'll buy some more of this. That's what I'll be doing, okay? Now, how do I acquire more if I don't want to put net new funds into my account. Well, the way to do it is is don't hate the pump and dump schemes. Trade them. So just like in cryptocurrency, you have these like, in 2017 it was the ICO craze where all kinds of new startups were coming up and they were the next big thing and they would pump, and just as quickly as they would pump, they would dump. People would get wrecked. Um, I've seen the exact same pattern in NBA Top Shot, and that pattern revolves around primarily challenges. There's other reasons why players are pumping. Like, for example, a player gets traded, and all of a sudden, there's pumpage going on because there's going to be limited moments of that player using that uniform, right? That might pump the market. But let's use the scenario because, man, guys, what I've learned in a week is how predictable this market is right now. It's insane. So here's the deal, all right? So let's look at challenges. Okay, so when a challenge happens right now in NBA Top Shot, this is the pattern. The moments come out, you have an opportunity to buy low, and pretty much right now, based on the data, it's guaranteed those prices will go up. If the moments are part of a challenge, then FOMO kicks in. I don't even think that there's that many people completing these challenges and doing this for the completion of the challenge. Sure, there's lots of newbies like me who came in and bought the Cool Cats, did the Anthony Davis challenge, didn't work out, right? And so now I'm adjusting my strategy. So use the challenge to basically buy the players that you know are going to moon based on history. Nothing in life is guaranteed, but use the challenge to acquire the players. And when they go up, now you have two options. You can sell and take your money and run, or you can actually sell and now diversify your funds into what are more long-term holds. And so with crypto, what I've been doing is buying a crap coin that I know is going to moon because of whatever news. I did that recently with Engine. I told you guys about it. It mooned. But what do? I don't sell and then take my Canadian dollar and then take it out of the account. I take that money and I diversify it back into Bitcoin. So now my base currency is Bitcoin. So I've just found a way to accumulate more Bitcoin. So if my base currency is LeBron, okay, I'm using these challenges, watch this thing go up, and inevitably it's gonna come down. I mean, guys, it costed at the height of the Cool Cats 2 challenge, it costed $5,000 to buy all the players you needed for the challenge. And right now, it's closer to 1,300. I mean, that's some serious gains, guys. That's a serious opportunity for all of you, right? So if you bought right away and you watch it, it went up 2.5 times, right? Now, so that's how I'm playing this from now on. I want more LeBrons. I want more Series 1. I want more rare. I want more scarce items. I want the Run It Back series. I want stuff that's never going to come out again. All right? That's where I put my money because that's where I feel the long-term goal is. If you're a collector, you're going to think I'm wrong, but it doesn't matter, guys. This is the way I see this market playing out. Okay? So to give you like a specific example, if we look at an update on my account, I am obviously down quite a bit. Now, having said that, the only thing that is actually up right now is from the moment that I switched my strategy. So I went and I bought a bunch of Rising Stars and Seeing Stars. As soon as the market reopened after the 2 days of downtime we had, which was after the packs were actually released, and then we suffered through 2 days of downtime. What I did, the moment the market opened, I kind of, you can't do it, don't do it right away. The prices naturally tank because people are getting rid of the new thing that they have that they probably not even are that interested in. And because people know that they're going to tank, because history shows that they tank initially. So I got my Tyler Hero at 495, Doncic at 600, and I didn't pick them up early. I picked them up pretty late. And Rui at 569. Now, this morning, all of these prices were up way more. Tyler Hero, Luka, Rui were all above 800 actually. Every single one of those guys, and that's okay. There was this moon that happened in a few short hours, and then things started to come back down, and they seem to have stabilized right now somewhere in and around this price range. So I could anytime take these profits, which is 245 here, 140 here, 131, 170, 115. Let's go to the next page. 160, 24, 45. That, you know, it's probably $1,000 in profit there. Easily. Okay? I could and I should, based on my strategy, now that I've made money, because, again, because history shows us that these moments come just completely crashing down after the challenge ends. Sometime between now and before the challenge ends, I am going to sell every single one of those players. I believe in the long-term hold of some of those players. You know, some of the rising, both in the Seeing Stars and Rising Stars. I think there's definitely future potential, like Zion, first ever All-Star start. Like you know, if he does well, I mean, you got to think that the long-term hold there is probably pretty good. However, I know these prices are going to come crashing down. History shows us that, and I already sweated it out with Cool Cats crashing down. So I'm going to sell sometime between now and the end of the challenge. And when I sell, I really hope that at that time, LeBron is still at the prices that he's at. Because let me show you something. I said this in my previous video, but the next moment that I really want to acquire, because it's my base currency, is LeBron Series 1. I have 2 LeBrons that are Series 2 that are limited edition. So for sure they're my base currency too. But I don't have a LeBron Series 1 yet. And so what I'm looking to do is essentially use my profits to buy my next LeBron, which is 4,700 right now. Guys, this thing was at like 7K 2 days ago. Okay, so the price of LeBron has dropped. The price of what I think is the base currency has dropped. Why? Because everybody's FOMOing into these challenges. That's exactly what's happening. I watched a YouTuber sell his LeBron so that he could buy some of the Rising Stars. Now, that was a damn good move, right? Because LeBron crashed, Rising Stars went up today, he's in profits. So you got to do the vice versa as well. But my goal right now is make money on the pump and dump, use my profits to then go and buy what is my long-term hold. Some of the profits you keep it and then you use it to make money on the next pump and dump. And some of the profits you use it and diversify it and you put it into what your base currency is. So you guys need to decide, what is your base currency? And I promise you guys, if you can change your philosophy that your base currency is not the US dollar, the Canadian dollar, whatever fiat currency you're dealing with, you will be able to handle a 90% drop in the market. Guys, if I have 10 LeBrons and LeBron drops 90% of its value, I don't care. I didn't lose any LeBrons. LeBron is my base currency. How do I get more LeBrons? And trust me, guys, this helped me so much over the last 4 years with Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies that if I reversed my mentality over the last 4 years, I would have definitely sold when I was down. And trust me, oh, did I want to sell? Did I panic? But guys, this is how you remove the emotion. The best traders take out emotion. And the best way to do that is to not look at the currency and the fiat currency value of your assets, but rather, what is it in 5 years that you believe in is going to be worth the most? Okay, so enough of that rant. So what am I using to give you a little bit more detail on my base currency? I found this today. I thought this was great, guys. I'm sorry, I'd love to give a shout out to who put this up, but Discord moves really fast. And anyway, I found this chart in Discord that shows you what the most popular NBA jerseys are, the most popular players, obviously, and the most popular teams. And so, you know, I need to use this chart to determine what Series 1 players, what Series 2 players that are limited edition I'm going to buy. Because I think when you tie this with scarcity, so the more scarce the asset, the more that I treat it as a base currency, then the better off I'm going to be in the long run. Okay? All right. I hope I explained that well. That's my strategy, guys. And so, when to sell, okay? If the stuff that you buy that is the pump and dump scheme, or the thing that you bought knowing that it's short term, that it's going to go up, give you profit so you can diversify it back into your base currency, you need to make a decision around when am I going to sell that asset, because the first thing that happens when it moons is you're going to convince yourself that it can moon twice again, or 3 times, or 4 times. But history shows us with NBA Top Shot that these challenges don't just continue to moon. There's a top and there's a floor, and we're going to hit that floor again, like in a bad way, right? And so I don't know what the top is, but I know that Cool Cats went up about 2.5 times their value. I'm not going to be that aggressive. I'm probably going to diversify my funds. You know, the key thing is give yourself a number. And when you hit that number, sell. Sell, take your profits. It's a good lesson, guys. And don't look back, guys. If your moments continue to moon, it's okay. You can't lose money. You don't lose money that you basically didn't physically lose. If you didn't have it, you didn't lose it. So the only way to lose money is you buy high, sell low. Okay? And we don't do that on this channel, right? We don't do that. Okay. So I'm gonna give myself about 1.5. And again, I'm gonna see how things are going. But you know, for example, I bought a lot of the Seeing Stars and a lot of the Rising Stars, whatever I could buy with, with the assets with the liquidity that I had. And so I'm looking at the value of those, and I'm looking at the bottom price, not where I bought, because that's not what Cool Cats is showing me. That's, nobody bought at the bottom and sold at the top. So I'm looking at its bottom price, and based on the bottom price of whatever I bought, if it goes up 100, 200%, I'm definitely going to start thinking about selling. Again, selling so that I can get the LeBron, my base currency that I want. The key is give yourself a number, guys. Whatever you feel comfortable with, whatever profits you're happy with, take your profits and run, because you're investing in a short-term pump and dump scheme that is surely to come down hard. Okay, and so LeBron can go up and down, but LeBron, I mean, guys, the best thing that could happen to anybody who owns a LeBron right now, and I don't mean to be like, doom and gloom for poor LeBron, but dude, the guy gets injured tomorrow and can never play basketball again. And I love using the term the person won the lottery. In this case, LeBron can win the lottery, he'd still be playing basketball. So something really does have to happen to him, where maybe he loses the love for the game, which again, I don't think that's gonna happen either. But injured, can't play ever again, legend. It doesn't matter if he never plays another day of basketball again. He's already considered one of the greatest of all time. His value is going to skyrocket, and the sooner the are going to be, because the LeBron James, more LeBron James is going to go up. All right, so I'm trying to acquire whatever LeBron James I can get my hands on right now. There is another sort of variable with the Seeing Stars specifically that you have to consider, and that is that these Seeing Stars, the ones on LeBron's team, are very much rumored, like 95% sure that they're going to be required to get the LeBron James. And so that probably, the reward is actually much bigger than the Anthony Davis. So there's a wrinkle in the strategy that you have to consider. But I still believe that the overall FOMO and the overall pump of these moments, and the profits that you can make if you sell, 80% of the top, that they're going to drop so hard, and including LeBron when it first comes out, and you're going to be able to buy your LeBron and make out better than if you actually buy now, especially at the prices that Seeing Stars are at now, and hold and complete the challenge. I don't think that's going to work out. I could be wrong, guys, but that's the strategy I'm going with. I want that LeBron, don't get me wrong, but I'm going to take my profits and then watch LeBron crash when he's released and then buy him back then. We'll find, hey guys, this market is new to everybody, okay? This market has not been around for very long. On top of that, we don't have all the tools that we have in a typical trading market. So there's so much historical data that needs to happen before we can all become experts in this market. And even still, I'm sure people that have been trading cryptocurrencies for 8 years, actually I know them. Watch Da Vinci, like on cryptocurrencies, he gets trades wrong all the time. It's about getting your trades maybe 55% of the time right and the rest wrong. And if you have, then you're gonna win, and that's all that matters. Okay. Um, so that's guys. That's oh man, that really was a long spiel. But we've been talking. I just been talking to a lot of people about strategy, and people like really curious like what to do. I'm not telling you what to do, guys. I'm not a financial advisor. You do you. I do me. You know how we do on this. I'm telling you what I'm gonna do. If you guys, that's when I said I was buying. Please, as a me, think about how you. Well, ours went up and up. Man, this all started. I don't know if you guys noticed. This all started. What's he at with Wiseman? Let's refresh the screen. Sorry, we gotta wait for the load. My apologies. The site's in beta. And anyway, I was trying to buy Wiseman yesterday. Last night. I think I might have said it on the video before. I can't remember. But anyway, I was trying to buy him, and he was at 1,200. Okay, he was at 1,200, and he goes to 1,250, and he goes to 1,300, and I'm like, oh, that's okay. I'll see him back at 1,200, 1,400, 1,450, 1,475. Oh my God, I completely missed out. But that told me, oh man, this is it. This is the floor has been met for the rising stars and the seeing stars, and things are starting to go up. So because I saw James Wiseman, I saw that I missed that boat. Don't FOMO in, guys. Look, if I FOMOed in at 1,800, I'd be down right now. I didn't FOMO in because he moved first and nobody else moved. So what I did was I started buying other players. I started buying other Brendan Clark. I bought some of the lower ones because they hadn't moved at all. Michael Porter Jr. Some of these guys I got. Michael Porter, I think I got under 500. I'm almost positive I got under 500. John Morant's exactly at the price where I got him. He did go up to like almost 1,600 today and came back down. Tyrese, man, was at 1,300 yesterday. Now he's at 1,800. So that's what I started doing. I started buying, and I bought a ton of Seeing Stars as well. Guys, like the reward for the Seeing Stars, LeBron James, I see more short term upside, but more long term upside with Rising Stars, more short term upside with the Seeing Stars. So I bought all these guys, right? I started buying everything I could. All right, I bought Luka at 600. He went up to over 800. And now I'm in this position where I bought Damian at 180. Actually, I bought Damian at 185, sold him, but I also packed him, and he's at 274. So point being is I'm up on all of that investment, and so I got to figure out when I'm gonna sell. But enough of that. So that's what we saw today, guys. Value of these moments go up. And so the strategy so far is playing out well because everything is in the red except for this strategy right now. So that happened. What else happened in the markets today? We had some ups and downs, and in the last down, after we came back up, we actually got a new challenge. And I'm sure all of you or most of you follow basketball. I kind of recommend it if you do, guys. It's if you're gonna get into NBA Top Shot, some of the things that happen because of what happens on the court. Some of the things that happen in the market. So I don't know if you want to be definitely trading. No, investing. If you don't want to follow basketball, just buy LeBron's. Literally, turn off your computer and never turn it on again, and you'll thank me in 5-10 years. Okay. But anyway, so there's a new challenge because my man over here. Yeah, sorry. So Mike Conley, if you don't know, was added to the All Star game because Embiid and was it Brooks that basically COVID concerns couldn't participate in the All Star game, so they added Mike Conley. So obviously they didn't mint any Mike Conleys before. Now they did. And what they're doing now is they're releasing Mike Conley as a special challenge. And you got to get these 35,000 plus moments. There's Pascal. Basically to get the Mike Conley All-Star. Okay? A little creative way of, achieving the same thing that they're achieving with the All-Star Challenge. And so we don't exactly know how this relates to the LeBron Challenge and Do we need a Conley for a LeBron? Do we need a Conley for Durant? I don't know yet. We don't exactly know when these will be released because these moments are not released yet, and we all pre-order. Many of us pre-ordered packs that we're actually getting either Sunday or sometime before. That was said by NBA Top Shot that we should see them latest Sunday, so we could see them anytime now. I don't know. Maybe that's where these will be. Although those were Series 2. What I would have thought would have been limited edition moments, so I'm not clear. Point being is whenever these get released, they're going to moon, guys. They're going to go up. Just because there's going to be a perception. It's FOMO, guys. That's the only reason this stuff happens. There's a perception that everybody's going to buy these. So it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. If you think, oh, this is going to moon because everybody's going to buy it because it's part of a challenge, then they moon. That's what happens. Even if that's the only reason why it moons, okay? So anyway, so that happened as well today. And, the Rising Star Challenge is still going on. Right now, the Rising Star Challenge is the Edwards one with like a ridiculous dunk as the reward. So I put value on that. The other Rising Star moments that are not in this challenge are clearly going to be part of the Zion reward. So the Rising Stars, Seeing Stars challenges, these are worth more than the Cool Cat stuff. So there's a variable here that we have to consider. But there's still going to be a pump and dump scheme. All right, so we should see the Cool Cats 3 challenge come out this week. That's what I heard NBA Top Shot say. So anytime now, those Cool Cats could come. Maybe there's new packs for Cool Cats 3, and maybe that's where you can get the Siakam 35,000 plus. Maybe that's what's going to happen. At the end of the day, anything that's part of a challenge that hasn't dropped yet, that's about to drop, I'm definitely going to buy if I can get to it early. Whenever I think the floor's found, I'm going to buy, and then watch them go up and use the same strategy I've been talking about. All right, so guys, that's my video for today. One more thing I want to point you guys towards is I see a lot of questions around rookies and how do I know what to invest in. So this is a really good site, rookshot.market. And this site basically shows you NBA has confirmed that they're going to release badges for rookies, which is my other base currency, right? So not a long-term hold base currency, maybe a Zion. But guys, with rookies, you just don't know. Many of these guys could flop. So I'm not long-term hold any rookie, to be honest. I'm going to hold a rookie, and if he moons, I'm going to consider selling him for a LeBron, because nothing can happen to LeBron at this point that for me he doesn't become my base currency, or Series 1 players or whatever. All right, so anyways, if you're wondering, the NBA Top Shot released some an announcement around we are going to give badges to these rookies, and they're going to look on the site for a person that just came in and doesn't really know how to look up what a rookie's first moment is. For example, I'll give you an example of one of the rookies I bought that is down significantly. Halliburton. So I bought his first moment, rookie moment, at, oh wow, he's back up. He was at 1,000 earlier, literally 2 hours ago. He's back up to 1,320, but I bought him at 1,700, 1,750, somewhere around there. Point being is that when someone new comes into this, when they look at this right now as is, they don't actually know that Tyrese Halliburton's a rookie. You gotta know your NBA or Google it to know. And so what the NBA Top Shot's going to do is they're going to highlight these rookie, and they're going to give them badges. I don't know what they're going to look like. I'm sure they'll be really cool, and I really look forward to seeing that. The point being is, based on the whether the rookie had their first moment, whether they were the first minted, and whether it was their it was their debut. So if the moment is part of the day that they debuted, then they'll get 3 badges accordingly, right? So, some of these guys are getting 3 badges. Some of these guys are getting 2 badges. If I remember correctly, Tyrese is getting 2, yeah. I'm buying ones that have 2s, 3s that are relatively well priced. And that's my short-term base currency, right? But not my long-term. I'm going to use these rookies, and I'm probably going to sell them. Right now, I'm thinking, guys, when the market's telling you something's going to happen, you kind of do the opposite. Right now, what everybody's saying is that these rookies are going to moon when they get their badge. Now, what I think is potentially going to happen is that's when they're going to crash. And that's because really they're being pumped now because of the psychological effect of the fact that these things are going to get badges. But these are overpriced now. These are overpriced compared to what they were before and compared to what the market's doing. So these rookies, I know Tyrese went down, but man, they were like Zion. It was like way up while the market was down. Many of these rookies were going up while the market was going down. When there's a divergence like that, there's something wrong. So, so I think these rookies are now part of this pump and dump scheme. So whenever these badges come out, I might sell the rookies in hopes that I get them cheaper. The ones that I want, the ones that I feel like I want long term at that point. That's going to be my strategy. I might change my mind on that, right? It really depends where the prices are at when it happens, how much pumpage happens with these rookies. Whenever NBA Top Shot, maybe they'll announce, hey, 7 days from now we're gonna have badges. If that thing moons, I'm probably gonna sell before the badges come out. You just gotta watch out, guys. Don't do what everybody else is doing. You'll never win, right? You want to buy when somebody else is selling to you because they're panicking. All right. You want to sell when somebody else is buying because they think we're going to the moon, and chances are we're done. There's a term that I've used in investment for many years now. Buy the rumor, sell the news. Right? I did this, guys, with wheat stocks. I was heavily invested in wheat stocks up until the day that that weed was legalized in Canada. That day I sold, and guys, that was the best decision I've ever made in investing. That and buying crypto, okay? But that worked out extremely well. Buy the rumor, sell the news, okay? For me, buy the rumor is right now, rookies are higher than they probably should be because of the anticipation of the badges. The news is probably going to be when the badges comes out. And I'll probably be selling them, and then buying them lower. All right. That's my strategy, guys. Today's all about strategy. I did update you on the market as well. Man, I'm loving NBA Top Shot. I'm just loving investing. There's just a whole nother dynamic to investing that isn't just buying cryptos. And it's just been a lot of fun. Again, thank you all for your support. Thank you for watching, guys. If you're interested in crypto as well, that's coming right up. You should see it up maybe an hour after I put up the NBA Top Shot. I'm working for you guys tonight. I'm doing the research so that hopefully you can get a leg up in this game. All right? Thanks for stopping by. Love you all. Checking out. Peace.